Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Thursday, May 8th, 2025. Let's take a look what do we have in the economic calendar for today. Overnight data from the Japan in form of the monetary policy meeting minutes were published, and 10-year auction as well. Halifax house price index is scheduled for release at 8 o'clock from the UK, and then we got the German industrial production and German trade balance. At 11 o'clock, mortgage rate will be published from the UK, and at 11:40 German Boabals will give a speech. The main event of the London session is the Bank of England interest rate decision. The market participants expect the Bank of England to cut the interest rate from 4.50 to 4.25. Together with the interest rate decision, there is a MPC vote, voting for the cut, voting for the hike, voting unchanged, and then of course the MPC meeting minutes and inflation letter. The inflation letter is scheduled for release at 2 p.m. Initial jobless claims are the major data release during the US session. As usual, they are scheduled for use at 2:30, together with the unit labor cost and non-farm productivity. Bank of England Governor Bailey will give a speech at 3:15. At 7 o'clock, we got Atlanta Fed GDP now, and at the end of the day, 10:30, we got Fed's balance sheet. Let's now take a look at the charts to see what's happened after the yesterday's Fed interest rate decision and what might happen during today's Bank of England interest rate decision. We are going to start with the euro-dollar first. Euro-dollar 4-hour time frame chart is showing us the signs of the weakness as the correction in wave 4 might deepen below the lows of the April 15, located at 1.1265. Right now we are testing this level. As you can see, very narrow zone here was established between 100 periods moving average on a 4-hour time frame chart and the technical support. The next target for the bears, of course, is 1.1211, and then eventually we might even see 1.1150 and 1.1035. Momentum is already negative, pointing to the downsides of the bears are in charge of the market as the wave 4 unfolds. That's the euro dollar. Let's take a look at the US dollar versus the Japanese yen after the Fed's decision. As you can see, ABC correction to the upside was done, 4.30%. Then we have the retracement lower towards the level of 142.37. Since then, we have a movement to the upside. This movement to the upside, as you can see right now, is testing the old supply zone. Right now we don't need any more of this data because it looks like the ABC correction has been, of course, completed, but there is no follow through to the downside whatsoever. Right now the market is moving higher. Local high was 144.50. The target is obviously the top for the wave 3, 145.92. Momentum is strong, momentum is positive. Looks like the US dollar is gaining on this market. What is going on then on the overall US dollar index? The US dollar index is gaining as well. Right now the market is approaching the old technical resistance, 100.35. Any breakout higher would open the road towards the level of 101.26. There is positive momentum of 61 points, strong momentum here. Plenty of the room to the upside on the chart, plenty of the room to the upside on the RSI indicator as well. The outlook starts to look better for the US dollar. What do we have here on the cable ahead of the Bank of England interest rate decision? The first thing is that we broke initially above this very tight zone, so we need to change our levels here for this one, for example, right? So now the technical level here would be, let me just get my line here. There you go, 1.34.01, and as you can see, we deteriorate lower just as we do on the euro dollar. So it looks like the US dollar is gaining across the board. Cable down, euro dollar down, dollar to the Japanese yen up, US dollar index up, so the dollar is gaining. The next target for the cable bears is 1.3249, 1.3233, 1.3206. Very strong technical support. Any breakout below this technical support would open the road towards lower levels. There's plenty of the room on the RSI for the bears. There's plenty of the room to the downside for the bears on the British pound. Remember, the market participants expect the Bank of England to cut the interest rate from 4.50 to 4.25. What's going on the gold market? If everything is going down, there you go. Gold is going down as well. The dollar is the winner of the yesterday's Fed interest rate decision. Right now the rate is 3,337. So there is a test of the 100 previous moving average on a 4-hour time frame chart. Any breakout below this level, 3,326, would open the road towards the wave C low. Very, very, very interesting candle was produced here. It looks like the market is under the bearish pressure right now on gold. Momentum is now testing the level of 50, dropped a little bit below the level of 50, 48 points right now, might speed up a little bit later on. And last but not least, the Bitcoin. As you can see, the Bitcoin is the great winner of the current situation. Let me just zoom in to see what is going on for you guys. There you go. Bitcoin is approaching 100,000 just as expected. So we should be prepared for the test of this level. Local high 99,373. Extremely overbought market conditions on a 4-hour time frame chart. However, it doesn't actually mean that we cannot hit the 100,000 level. It looks like the market really wants to test this level, and then we will see what will happen. We broke above 97,860, so the outlook remains bullish for the Bitcoin. If we switch for the daily, you can see how close we are to the all-time high, 109,986. So any breakout above the 100,000 would likely end up with the very, very positive scenario for the Bitcoin, targeting even the all-time high here. So please stay focused, stay vigilant. The Bitcoin might be going higher these days on a weekly time frame chart. As you can see, it looks like the correction to the downside, right, towards 74,460 had been completed, and now the market is ready to move higher. Momentum on the weekly time frame chart is 61 points. Strong, positive momentum, plenty of room to the upside. Plenty of room to the upside here for the Bitcoin again. So multiple time frames align with this very bullish point of view for the Bitcoin these days, which might mean that the US dollar will be gaining across the board. American indices should be following the news about the possible tariffs, ease of the tariffs, and the special deals made with the countries. And the great winner of this current situation is Bitcoin. The digital gold, the actual gold, as you could see, is under the bearish pressure right now, so we might see lower levels very, very soon. Except of that, obviously gold is in an uptrend still. So even the correction or pullback is being considered as the short-term pullback or correction, and the same situation is with the Bitcoin. Long-term, the Bitcoin is in the uptrend anyway. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye-bye.